going to talk about today are Zentangles or Zentangling, and this is kind of a really cool thing that I love to teach my students because there's really no right or wrong way to do it, and it's something we all know how to do, which is basically doodle, maybe just like slightly more sophisticated than a doodle. And the reason I like to teach Zentangles, in addition to all of that, is that it is a form of relaxation and can help you focus. Whenever you make a mistake with a Zentangle, you can find an opportunity to turn that into a happy accident. And so you're really just focused on mark making, which makes it really enjoyable. I have for you today, I just put 6 squares on a piece of paper. I literally just traced a cut index card, and you could trace anything. You could trace something circular, like a glass or a jar lid if you don't have anything square, or you could just freehand it on a piece of paper, no big deal. But today's goal is going to be to come up with a few basic Zentangle patterns so that you can translate that next week into a project. So all you need today is pencil and something to write with. I recommend having something like a Sharpie or a smooth ballpoint pen, something sort of satisfying to write with, because you'll enjoy that more. And if you have 2 sizes of Sharpies, that's absolutely ideal. And I realize some of you don't have that at home, but that's okay. So whatever you've got will work. And trace your squares, circles, rectangles, whatever you've got, onto a piece of white paper. Lined paper is even actually great to work with because it will help you space your lines if you want to use that. So this is kind of one of those anything goes, any kind of paper. If you don't have paper, an envelope, did you get mail today, back of a cereal box, inside of a box, really seriously whatever you've got. Something I like to do whenever I'm doing Zentangles is I like to put 4 dots in the corners, and I like to draw a border, and it absolutely does not have to be a straight line border. If you really want to, you could use a ruler, but Zentangling is not about being perfect. It's just sort of about enjoying the process and forcing your brain to relax. You can only concentrate on this one thing right now, and so that's what I like about Zentangling. So really true Zentangling is making a mark and seeing where it takes you, but a lot of people like to plan out their Zentangles. So I have a couple of patterns that I stick to, and one starts like this with just a whole bunch of dots. So I'm just going to go ahead here and I'm going to fill in my paper with a couple of different Zentangle designs. I'm just using a black marker, and these are just very basic black and white designs in all of these. And you can, if you really want to, if you're feeling like you absolutely have no creativity, and that's okay, that absolutely happens, you can Google these. So on this one, I'm going to take and make sort of an S lying on its side. I'm going above the dot and below the next dot, above the dot. So it's like a pattern, and I'm going to do that the whole way around. And then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to do the vertical lines. Same way, big long stretched out S. If I start on the outside of one, I'm going to go to the left side. So left to right. And it makes this cool little, looks like a scroll. I just think it's really satisfying to look at. One of the things I like about Zentangles. So I'm going to work on a couple of these, and I'm going to put it in time lapse, and it goes really fast in the time lapse. If you want to slow it down, you can, and then I will attach this as a Google Doc on the Google site, and you can pull it up and check it out and do your own. You don't have to copy my patterns. You can absolutely incorporate your own patterns. It's actually ideal if you make your own. You just want to kind of look for a balance of 50-50 space to black versus white. That way you're kind of trying to fill in as much of the negative space as you can. Okay, so enjoy this art therapy time, and we will see you again next week to put these Zentangles into action.